What's up guys, I've got a new flashlight review for you. This is the Wowtac A1 Tactical Flashlight. It's a compact high output, that's 550 lumen, everyday carry type of flashlight, and you can get it for only $20. This is the light I'm going to review for you guys today. So let's take a look at what's in the box. This is all it comes in. Simple little brown box like that with the model number Atactical A1, and of course you've got the light itself. It's got some spare O-rings to make it waterproof in case the front and the back O-rings wear out. It's got the USB cable for charging. It's got the instruction manuals, and of course it's got the battery. Now this is an 18650 battery, 2600 milliamp hours. But what's special about this is that it is a USB rechargeable. So right on this end here, right at the tip of this, you can plug in micro USB right in. Typical micro USB that you see in phone chargers. Plug it in right here and you can charge your battery just with a standard USB plug. And that is an awesome feature, Alright, let's talk specs. This has a 550 lumen Cree LED. It has a USB rechargeable battery that, it's your standard 18650 lithium ion battery. Now with this battery, it can last all the way up to 5.5 days. That's a long time. But of course, that's at the low setting. You've got the low setting, the medium setting, high setting, turbo. The turbo is your 550 lumen one. And then you've got the special modes, the strobe mode and an SOS mode. And this light is made out of hard anodized aircraft grade aluminum. That means it's not painted on, it's not going to chip one day and then show like bare aluminum. This thing has been hard anodized and it's got that nice matte black finish. Very grippy too, so it does feel great in the hands. It's very substantial. And this thing is drop proof, and of course, most important for me, it's waterproof. It's got to be waterproof if I'm going to use it here out in the Northwest. Now operating this light is super easy. There's only two buttons. The rear button is a power button. It gives you a nice clicky feel. And then to toggle between the different power levels, there's just a small little toggle button at the front. That's it. So we're out here, we're going to do a test, and there's actually 6 different modes. There's 4 power modes, an SOS mode, and then a strobe mode. So the first one here you see is 10 lumens. The next one is 63 lumens. The next one is 200 lumens. I gotta go back. Next one is 550 lumens. Now I have to quickly go through these because if I wait 2 seconds and I hit the toggle again, it's gonna automatically go back down to 10. That's just the way the light was built. Personally, I don't like that feature. I'd rather have just knowing that if I'm going to hit the toggle button, it's going to go to the next power state, no matter how long I wait. Look, if I wait more than 2 seconds and I click the power state again, it goes back all the way down to the first state, which is 10 lumens. Next one is 63. Next one is 200. And 200 is plenty bright. 200 is plenty bright, especially when you're in pitch darkness. There's 500, which is really bright because I can see, the trees, everything. You can see everything that you need to with 500 lumens. And then after that is the SOS mode. You can see the SOS beacon right here. Now there's also a mode where if you hold the toggle button for 2 seconds, then it turns to a super bright pulsing strobe mode. This is good when you want to disorient someone, who's ever coming at you. You hit the strobe mode into their eyes, they're not gonna know what's happening to them. And then to turn it off, you hit the back button, and it toggles it off. Now what we're doing here is we're comparing the beam pattern between 2 different flashlights. And you can see on the left is the A1, and on the right is another flashlight that I have. It's the TN12 from ThruNite. Now you can see the A1 has a hotter beam. It's got a tighter focused beam, whereas the ThruNite, it has a more evenly distributed beam, which actually I prefer. With the hot spot, you can see that the fall off is not as gradual, not as smooth. With the through night on the right, you can see that there's less of a hot spot and it's more evenly distributed on the beam. Look how small the A1 is as far as the focus beam. And then once we switch over to the TN12, you'll see much more of the tree is lit up and it's more evenly distributed, and I prefer that pattern. Alright then, enough of the standard stuff. Let's talk about some fun things. Let's put this light through some real world tests. And the first one is going to be a drop test. I'm going to drop this from different heights, waist high, chest high, to see if it can live up to its 1.5 meters worth of drop resistance. And we're going to drop it face first, we're going to drop it on its side, all sorts of different tests to see if this will withstand it. Still good. Good. So the light passes the drop test, which is good because I'm accident prone. But I need it here in the Northwest, and up here it rains a lot, you're in lots of wet environments. So can this pass the waterproof test? The A1 is rated to be IPX7, which means you can submerge this in 1 meter's worth of water, which is good. But first let's start off with, just basic things like splash proof. I need to be able to withstand, just running waterfalls like this. When you're river fishing, you're surrounded by water, whether it's running creek water, whether you're waist high in waders fishing for salmon, your light needs to be able to withstand it, and the A1 Tactical, it certainly does, because look at it. It can withstand splash, it can withstand water running through it, you can even submerge this thing and it still operates. I mean, that's all I can ask for. It's a great light for what it is. Here's another submersion test. I mean, let's say you drop the flashlight into water. It's still on, it's underwater, and it still works. I mean, try doing that with any old flashlight around the house, right? So for $20, it's an incredible bargain because it's super durable for a tactical flashlight. So here's another test. We're gonna do a cold test. Can this thing survive in the cold? So we're gonna leave it in the freezer overnight. As you can see, it works right now. We're gonna leave it in the freezer overnight, come back in the morning and see if it still works. Right now it is 11 p.m. and we'll come back in the morning. Hopefully no one has removed this flashlight in here, and we'll come test it out. All right, bye. 12:34. And as you remember, last night we put the flashlight into the freezer. Now we're gonna see if it works. Still here. Okay. Let's go over here. Whoa, you can see it frosting up. See it frosting up. And I'm gonna turn on the light. Still works. Toggle the different modes. It works. Turn off. It passed the test. So what's the verdict with the A1 light? Well, there are only two things I don't like. Number one is the toggle button. I wish the toggle button didn't reset after 3 seconds. I wish it operated just like a standard light where you hit the toggle once and it doesn't matter how long in between you hit it again, it's just going to go to the next highest level. And the number two issue I had was, compared to other flashlights, this one has more of a hot spot. That means wherever you point it, less of the area will be illuminated because a lot of the beam will be focused on the center and the fall off is not as smooth and gradual. Now with all that said, I still love this light because you know what? $20 gets you a lot. Super durable, great build quality, and it comes with a battery. Not only a regular battery, it comes with a USB rechargeable lithium ion battery. That means Any micro USB cable you have can just plug right into the battery. You don't have to buy a separate charger to get this thing powered up, and that's a great bargain for $20. You add all this up with being waterproof, drop-proof, freeze-proof, and it's a no-brainer. This is a great starter flashlight for anyone wanting to get a high-quality light, put in the car, put in your purse. Great for everyday carry. And best of all, like I said, $20. It's tough to go wrong. Well guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. This is my review of the Wowtac A1 Tactical. Hopefully you guys like this review. Links to the product can be found in the description section. And if you got questions, leave them in the comments section and I'll try to answer them, alright? Take care.